Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a brand new explainer, and honestly, this one is pretty incredible. We're going to trace the journey of a river, literally from a tiny trickling mountain spring all the way out to the vast ocean. And along the way, we're going to unpack 5 really profound life lessons hidden right there in the water. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Picture a crashing, super powerful mountain stream, right? You've got this freezing cold water just rushing down a steep incline. Now, what happens when it suddenly hits a massive boulder? Well, a river never argues with a rock. Which brings us right to lesson 1, navigating the rocky path. You see, the water doesn't just stop, and it certainly doesn't complain about the obstacle in its way. It just naturally finds a way down. Now, what's really interesting about this is exactly how the water navigates. Look at step 1. It tries to go over. If it can't quite manage that, it goes under. Or, it just goes around. And if literally none of those work, it just waits until the rock erodes. I love this because the river doesn't fill out a complaint form or call HR. It just proves that obstacles are simply route-finding exercises. They are definitely not stop signs.
So, as our mountain stream actually makes its way down into the valley, it naturally widens out. And that brings us to lesson 2, flowing always forward. Think about it. A river never drinks its own water, and it never hoards its resources.
Because, as the saying goes, holding on to everything kills you. The river totally gets that. Every single drop has to keep moving toward the sea. If it just stops flowing, it stagnates, right? It turns into a swamp. It's just a brilliant reminder for us to keep moving and honestly, to keep giving.
Now let's take a quick breath and kind of slow our pace down here, much like a deep river cutting through the plains. Here is lesson 3, carving through solid rock. Keep in mind, the Grand Canyon was not created by dynamite. It was carved entirely by pure persistence. And this brilliantly illustrates that point. In just 1 second, it's just drop by drop. Over 1 year, sure, the progress builds up a bit. But over 1 million years, an entire massive canyon is created out of nothing but water and time. Patience, when you apply it consistently, literally moves mountains. All right. As the journey continues, the landscape inevitably shifts around it. This is lesson 4, adapting to the environment. A river just beautifully takes the exact shape of whatever container holds it, while entirely remaining, at its core, just water.
Take a look at this comparison. When the banks are narrow, the river runs so much faster, channeling all its energy to push through that tight space. But when the banks are wide, it slows way down, spreading out peacefully. It's exactly how we must adapt to our own changing environments. We adjust our speed, we adjust our shape, but without ever losing our fundamental nature.
Okay, let's pick up the pace again because our river is finally hitting the ocean, which leads us to lesson 5, completing the infinite cycle. The river spent its whole journey carrying salt to the sea, and now, well, it's preparing to bring rain right back to those very same hills.
It is just this perfect, endless loop. Evaporation pulls the water up to form clouds, those clouds drop as rain, and that rain feeds the mountain springs all over again from the very beginning. Absolutely nothing is wasted. Staying in the loop, actually giving back to the exact system that created you is absolutely essential.
Because your ending is always someone else's beginning. The fluid wisdom of the river isn't just about how you move forward through your own life. It's really about what you give life to along the way. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to take with you today. What will you water next?